and welcome to another edition of the Rorschach Test Podcast. I am your host, Tyrell James. I got two very special guests with me today. These
Sir.
guys are more like little brothers to me, so I'm going to try my best not to sit here and just have conversations with my little brothers. I'm going to conduct an interview here. I'm going to try my best to just conduct an interview.
Word.
E.M.P live, we got E.M.P side, E.M.P split.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, fellas?
You
How
building.
you doing, bro?
What's good with you,
Happy
bro?
to have us on, man.
Salute,
Really appreciate
King.
it.
Appreciate
Yes,
you,
yeah.
man.
I'm
What happens
glad.
on
I'm
your
so glad to
platform?
make this happen, man.
Yes, sir.
All day.
Long time coming for real.
Yeah.
It is. It is, man. It is. So, all right, man. I want to get right into it. So, EMP. What does EMP stand for?
There you go.
There you go. Empirical money and power. And live stands for EMP, live because EMP lives. So, quick backstory. We basically picked up the torch from a legendary rapper in DC named Southeast Slim. Shout out to Southeast Slim.
Southeast Slim.
Shout
And
out
this
Southeast
whole
Slim.
movement, man. They was doing a big
Word.
movement back in the day, and they had a group called E.M.P. And then each member basically ventured off and started doing other things. And we came along and we picked up the name. So we say, look, man, E.M.P live because E.M.P
live.
lives. You get what I'm saying? E.M.P live because E.M.P lives. So we're still living. So we still carrying the torch.
And we drive like live too, though. You know what I'm saying? People know we
Yeah,
like
we
live
stay
twins
live.
or whatever.
You're right,
So
right. Yeah.
adding that live to it had to be right.
Right. Okay. All right, man. Well, look, we're gonna go ahead and jump into these pictures right now. So, all right, we're gonna start with you, Si. I almost called you by your nickname. I'm trying my best not to call you by your nickname. All right, so we're gonna start here with you, man. All right, what did you say you saw here?
So I see a beetle. That's what it looked like to me, a beetle.
Okay, can you kind of break it down a little bit?
So I see claws at the top, little head in between the claws,
Mhm.
and it looks like when it gets to like the side, it looks like not wings, but look like his arms. And then when it comes down to the waist, it comes like it basically flares out on both sides, left and right. Kind of look like makes it like his body look flat. And then you have the antennas at the bottom. So to me, it looked like it's a beetle or something. One of those beetles you see in the summer or something.
Got you. Okay, so here's the thing about beetles: they have this hard exoskeleton, which protects them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they also have claws and antennas, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sorry, you actually said claws.
Yeah.
Originally, I don't think you said it just now, but
Oh,
originally,
okay.
yeah, you said that you saw claws too. So I'm
Claws.
like incorporating all of this into it, right? Okay, so they have this hard exoskeleton which protects them. They
Mm-hmm.
have claws. Well, what you saw, with claws is for attacking, and then they have antennas for detecting things. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
want to
Right.
talk a little bit about rap.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are you one of those rappers where you are you are very careful about the things that you say when you're rapping because you don't want to offend the wrong people, which is a form of protection because you're trying to protect yourself from being attacked by a certain group of people. So, do you do that, or going to the claws now? Use that to attack. Are you one of those rappers that you say whatever you want to say
Mm-hmm.
and you don't care who gets offended by it? You
Yeah.
just attacking, or do you just kind of, you're somewhere in the middle, but you always have your antennas up and you just listening? And if anything hits your radar that you don't like, now you in attack mode.
Great question, bro. Already. Damn. Hey, he ain't cutting us no slack.
I like how you broke that down. That's what's up.
I love it though. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I would say we've been rapping for a minute now, on and off, but right now we've been more persistent and consistent. You know what I'm saying? So I would say 50-50. When I first started rapping, it was the claws. I didn't care who got offended. I don't care what I said. I'm going straight for your neck, my foot of your neck. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever I say is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because like you and I and all of us, we came up battle rapping and we just trying to take the next contender, head off. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
whatever come, whatever comes out my mouth is whatever. So straight raw, and then now as the current artist that I am, the antennas are definitely up, and the cloth is definitely tucked in. It's still there, big baby. It's still there. You know what I'm saying? Just in case if somebody jump out there, you know what I mean? But the cloth is tucked in, and the antennas is more now. I'm very aware of what I say, how I say it, and I'm definitely I try to be more very conscious and articulate of my next line or what I'm about to say, for I won't offend anybody else. For an example, I don't try to use the bitch word when it comes down talking about women and our sisters, our queens, and all that. So I took that bitch and turned it to queen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
I got you. Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We need to uplift them more anyway. So
definitely for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy out here. You get on the internet, man. You see black women and black men going back and forth with each other. They trying to like, y'all should date white men, and black men like, no, y'all should date white women. It's just like, it's crazy. It's a divide and conquer thing that the higher ups are trying to do.
Definitely is.
That's all what they doing. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So all right, I'm gonna put this picture back up. All right, Split, what did you say that you saw, and can you break it down for me?
Yeah, so if you definitely remember those old games back in the day with the Atari games and stuff, it was like the little aliens that was coming down that was all in the lines or whatever, and you used to sit there, pum, 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 and shooting them jumps off while they was coming down or whatever. I'm telling you, if you really look at it, it looked just like it, John. It's like shaped like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know either more to explain how just exactly how it looked just like it to me. You know what I'm saying? If you recall the game or whatever, I think the name of that game. The game was called I think I sent the text to you.
Yeah, Asteroid.
Asteroids, yeah, man. It's definitely that game. That game right there looked just like it, dog.
Yeah, I remember the game, and you're right, it does look just like that. It does. So, all right. So my question for you now is: do you believe in aliens?
That's funny you say that. Yes, I believe in aliens. I don't think it's the aliens that what they per se what aliens are, but yeah, I believe in aliens. Yes.
Okay. So let's say I didn't have this question prepared. I just want to kind of expound on this whole alien thing, right? Let's say you have the opportunity to travel to another planet.
Okay.
And you have the chance to, because they're doing a lot of space travel right now, and they're claiming they're going places. I don't know if they're really doing it or not. Well, that remains to be seen. But let's say you do have the opportunity to do it, and we can start a whole nother civilization, but we have to do this along with aliens, right? But that means that we have to procreate with aliens. Would you smash an alien?
That's funny.
Smash an alien is hilarious.
Well, all right, let's answer your question. To answer your question, because like I said, if we're looking at aliens to what the masses think the aliens are, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and to go there and to start another civilization, that's a good fucking question. I probably wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do it.
I would.
Yeah. I was about to ask you.
I'll be getting it in. The sex party super bomb.
Yeah, you gonna get that green stuff.
No.
Yeah.
It depends, like, dog. I mean, what they show aliens look like, though. Aliens ain't really attractive, dog. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not the aliens what they tell us how they look. Like, I mean, I think they have different race of aliens out here. I do.
Okay.
That looks different. But for the most part, I think aliens, for my research, I think aliens look like you and I. 2 arms, leg, torso, head, ears, mouth, nose.
I mean, they can pick them like
and
that.
I believe they on a higher intelligence than us, of course, connected to a higher, power. than us, but they more advanced basically. But other than that, yeah, I think they got some badass aliens out there. And you know what I'm saying? I hope it's gripping they big bait. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna get you some green ass, huh?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Stupid as a bug.
Very yo, that's funny. And it's like, can your girl really get mad at you for cheating with an alien? Like, it's an alien, yo.
Yeah, right. No,
you think she probably want to join or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I might want to,
different experience for all three of us.
Have a record that joint. It's a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? Might not happen again.
What about you? What would you do though?
You said me?
Yeah.
I'm married, man. I can't.
That's the greatest greatest response, bro. Sorry. Not asking any more like that. My bad.
Yeah, tell alien chicks, leave me alone.
No bullshit, right? Don't even fuck around.
Try. Don't even look over here.
Definitely watching. You already know that for sure.
Black men don't cheat even with aliens. So
there you go. I like that. I like that. Right. Word. Nice.
All right, man. Let's get to another picture. So, right here. All right. So this time, Split. We're gonna start with you. So, what did you say you saw here?
Yeah, I see the like two sea dragons facing each other.
Okay.
And you see like the heads, of course, at the top or whatever. Then you see like their back, like their wings, kind of. Then you see their hind legs. Sea dragon, like you could seahorse, sea dragon, like you could sit on it, kind of. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me.
Okay. So, all right. So seahorses or sea dragons, they don't have teeth and they also don't have stomachs.
Interesting.
Wow.
So the thing is, with us as humans, the digestion process, it starts in the mouth as we're chewing and breaking down the food, and then it ends in the stomach. The two things that they don't have, right?
Right.
So I want to talk about digesting, but I want to talk about growing up. Is there anything that you ever saw that was just really hard for you to digest?
Like growing up?
Yeah.
Or like now?
More so growing up.
More so growing up, that was really hard for me to digest.
Yeah.
While we were kids or whatever, right? We had a best friend. And of course, we had best friends as kids or whatever. But this particular night, his best friend's mother came to our house. You know what I'm saying? And she looked real bad. And I was a kid, and I didn't really know what was going on with her. My father was a cop or whatever, so he seen her and he knew immediately what was going on, right? And so she came in, and my father was like, "Look, calm down, chill. Like, we need to call the ambulance, call the cops for you." She didn't want us to call the cops for us or whatever. Ambulance for us. She didn't want us to call that. And I couldn't understand, like what was going on. So the next morning, we found out that lady died. You know what I'm saying? She died in her house or whatever. And as I got older, I ended up coming to find out she overdosed. She OD'd.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when she came to us that night, she was in panic, like overdosed. You know what I'm saying? My father could see it off the break because he was a police officer. We as kids didn't notice that at all.
We thought she had the flu because it was during the winter.
Yeah.
It was real cold outside.
She had a coat on. She had a coat on.
And she said she was sick. She just wasn't feeling good.
She wasn't feeling good.
But we thought like she had like a real bad case of a flu or ppneumonia or something. And after she died, we still thought that until
we got
later
older.
On. We found out that she
overdosed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that was hard for me to digest because after that, I never seen my best friend again. Like we seen him at the funeral, and I haven't seen him again since. Like, and that's even to this day. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And we was real cool with that dude. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. His name Joe. I never forget it. And they really got me keen on like drugs. Like like when I found out she overdosed, I was like, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't overdose on weed. You know what I'm saying? But you can overdose on other drugs. So it really kept me like, I ain't trying shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what I've seen, and so that was really hard for me to digest as a child.
So do you know the reason that you and your friend never talked again?
You know what? Yeah. All right. So we was living in Largo at the time, right? And so after his mother died, they lost that house in Largo or whatever. And so he ended up moving with his like grandmother in Northeast. And basically we never knew his grandmother in Northeast or anybody like that. So we never, it was like, yeah,
we went over there before. We went over his grandmother's house before in Northeast.
When?
That time in the basement. Literally right
yeah.
off Central Avenue. Not too far from where we was raised.
Okay.
So,
I do remember that one
on the
time.
Northeast side.
You're right.
Yeah.
But basically after he moved, it was a rap after he moved, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and of course we ain't have Facebook and
ain't none of that.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put the picture back up for you. So all right, and tell me what you saw here.
So I see two seahorses facing each other, like Split said, and I also, I said dragons as well, but I guess it's basically the same. And of course, by the heads, no homo, the two heads, and all that. You know what I'm saying? The head and the torso, then the tail, then the feet at the bottom, and it looked like they about to compete or, basically face off like versus like a boxing match or a UFC fight or something.
Like they the weigh-in.
Yeah, like the weigh-in or something.
Okay.
That's what I see.
Okay. All right. So seahorses, believe it or not, are not very good swimmers.
That's wild.
And they spend in the water. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, but dragons can fly. But the thing is, dragons are also make believe. So, have you ever, like growing up, did you ever find yourself struggling in your own environment where, like seahorses, they can't really swim. They're in their own environment, but they can't really swim well. So they're struggling in their own environment. Right?
Wow. Yeah, it's wild.
So, did you ever find yourself struggling in your own environment while trying to attain something that for a lot of people, when I say trying to attain something, I'm talking about wanting to become a rapper. For a lot of people, rap is something that's make believe. A lot of people around you may say, go get a real dream, go get a real job or whatever, right? So for them, it's something that's make believe, just kind of like that dragon that's soaring, right? So did you ever find yourself stuck in between struggling in your environment and trying to attain something that a lot of people just saw as make believe?
Good question, bro. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say rap, and it's funny too because this is before I was, even rapping. In school, your parents or your teachers would ask you, "What do you want to do? Who you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? Like, who do you know? Where do you see yourself? In your future of, your as far as a career, what you want to do, what you like." And I always said either music, and or being a basketball player or football player. The typical, black boy. Say our environment. This, what we've been taught. This is what we was raised on. So, and they was like you said, okay, that's nice, but what you really want to do? So, I felt like that question was, I get it. They was trying to basically tell me, like, look, that's cute and all, that's a dream, but you gotta, be in reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you really gonna do? What you want to focus on? I almost felt like they kept asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I'm a freaking musician or an NFL player or basketball.
Like I told you.
I told y'all, all the way from elementary school all the way to high school. And they kept asking the same thing, and my answer stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? And they thought it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself struggling with, battling the people who were taught in the society we live in, get a job. No, graduate from school, get your degree, and get a job, and that's it. Case closed. Get a family, house, and that's it. And their reality, they was trying to, like you said before earlier, they was trying to push their reality on me. Right. And I'm like, nah, I get you, but nah. So I found myself struggling with, damn, because of course, after you keep hearing something time over time, you kind of start to believe in it, kind of like, dang, should I? give up my rap dreams or my being a musician or a football and
So you making beats
NBA
back
player. Yeah, I was making beats and everything back then. So I was like, dang, should I give up and just find an occupation and see what I want? So it was a battle for me to like, should I like fall back on the music and my real goals that what I really want to do in life versus listening to people that said just go to school, get a job. So I found myself struggling within myself, battling people, other ideas that was pressing me out on their ideas and what they think, what they believe I should do versus what I know what I'm destined to do. You get what I'm saying? So that was the battle with self, and I'm glad I stuck to my guns. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad you did too, man.
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this last picture. All right, and so I'm gonna start with you on this one.
Okay, so I said this one looked like one of those stink bugs, some gray flat stink bugs that pop out of nowhere by your windowsill or on the window or looking crazy. Because I see the hard shell, like the body look flat, and the antennas at the top, right to left, just flaring out and just look shaped like a stink bug to me.
Right.
And yeah, that's basically what I seen when I looked at this picture.
Okay. So, have you ever killed a stink bug before?
Of course, many.
And when you kill them, that's when they really start to stink.
That's why they call them stink bugs, huh?
Exactly. So, I've had stink bugs in my home at times, and I gotta try to get them out without killing them because I don't want that smell in the house. Right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever been faced with something where, as a man, you want to handle it a certain way, but you know that if you handle it this way, it's going to cause a certain stink that you can't get rid of. So you have to handle this in a more peaceful way. The same way, instead of me killing the stink bug, I got to peacefully escort you out of my house.
Right.
Have you found yourself having to try to handle things in a more peaceful way just to avoid having that stink on you? And if so, what does that do to your ego?
Good question. I mean, off the break, I could just say coming up, neighborhood fights or, school fights or even after school, like just, when we was out in the mix of anything that happened, at the clubs or at the go-go, niggas is tripping, I don't want to fight, but I got to because these niggas are crazy. Or every now and then we probably sparked it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So as I got older, of course, especially the age, where I'm at now in life, I find myself, it's a battle of like, okay, if I make this decision, and I'm not trying to put this out there in the atmosphere. I don't want to fight. I don't, no violence. I don't want none of that.
Right.
At all in my life. But what I'm saying is, like Jay-Z said though, it's a real line. He said, niggas test you when your gun go warm. You know what I'm saying? And that's not physically just the gun, like they could be that too, but it's everything. People try your patience, you know what I'm saying? Right. And people try you. And especially when you're kind and people would just try to run over top of you. So I make decisions now, of course, wise decisions of like, all right, if I steal this nigga right now, you know what I'm saying? Or if I like me mugging it, or if a nigga, excuse my name, if a brother looking at me, I'm still in my transition, okay? I'm still in my transition.
You good, man. You good.
But when someone, in the atmosphere with, brothers on some other stuff, they still on that low vibration, they still on that type of time, and I'm not, the lion in me want to come out sometimes, but I have to keep that lion within myself because I know better now. I know better and I do better. So, me not trying to, get on their level where it's basically a very low vibration, like I said, and it's hard for me sometimes to like stay calm. I gotta make the right decision because if I make the decision that I used to make or how I'm really feeling, it might, Lord knows what's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just choose the best way of just saying, hey, what's up, bro? Everything good, King? You good, bro? All right, man, stay up, bro. Stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? So I changed that negative to a positive, and I chose that decision to make for a better outcome, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And that actually, it helps with the ego too, because the ego wants you to fight. That ego wants you to take it to another level. But sometimes we got to set our ego down and be like, listen here, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna get us in a lot of trouble.
Right. Exactly. I say, man, ego's the devil, man.
Yeah.
People die every day for their egos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
For a freaking ego. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely ain't worth it. Or people sitting in jail right now because of their ego.
Freaking ego. Exactly. Making the worst decisions in their lives because of ego.
Yep. And it ain't worth it when you start thinking about the people that you get taken away from. You get taken away from your children, your family, whatever. Your kids got to grow up without you because you let your ego make a decision for you. So
exactly. Right.
Yep.
Right. So it's not about yourself. You got to think about others as well.
Exactly. Yep. 100%. Yep. Okay. All right. So Split, what did you say you saw here?
All right. So when I seen this, John, I thought I seen a clown. You know what I'm saying? You could kind of see like the ears or whatever. You see like his little hairs, funny hairstyle or whatever.
Clown.
You know what I'm saying? She's coming down, to the little square face. She's like a clown to me when I first seen it.
Okay. So I got a question for you that is similar to the one I had for Sai. So being in this music industry, people are going to hate, people going to clown you.
Of course.
Right. Regardless of how good you are, people are that's just the nature of how people are. They're going to clown you, right?
Agreed.
How do you deal with that, and what does that do to your ego?
Well, I think, like, I know you heard this before, like any publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad or good, kind of, you know what I'm saying, or criticism. So, you take the criticism and you kind of, like, of course you take it in, got to digest it or whatever, and you got to, see what they're actually saying and see if you can see what they're saying and not be biased to your own music, of course, or whatever.
Right.
But you got to grow from it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the criticism and grow from it, I'm sure there's going to be haters. The type of music we make, I'm sure there's going to be haters, you know what I'm saying, whatever, with the type of music we make or whatever. So we're kind of really prepared for it going in because I know we don't make the standard or typical type music that you're hearing right now or whatever.
Right. No, you definitely don't.
Yeah. So, what it does is it boosts my ego. It gives me opportunity to grow,
Okay.
And so once I see the criticism, I don't take it as bad. I just take it as, hey, they listen. Somebody else listen. They may not have the same opinion, then that I have or whatever. They gave me their opinion or whatever. You take it and you grow from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Now, but let's keep it on rap though. Let's say a rapper is clowning you on a track.
Yeah. Right.
Now, how do you handle that?
It's the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't even like. I won't. I know somebody said this before. I will never reply to a diss record, and I won't. You know what I'm saying? I will never reply, and I won't even give it. I won't even give it acknowledgement, like not public wise, like you know what I'm saying or whatever. And and if it's like something I see him in the club or something while we out, I may buy him a bottle or something. Like, hey, I appreciate that criticism, man. I'm saying I appreciate that because all you did was you open my name up to your fans. You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that one of your fans may come checking me out or check us out and be like, I actually fuck with that music. What you talking? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he fucking around and give us more fans off that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I take that all day or whatever.
Look, man, I applaud your maturity, but if somebody takes a shot at you, come get me. I'll handle it for you. I will get on the track and diss him.
That's my man right there.
I love it. I love diss tracks. So I'm
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Yeah.
As long as it stays on wax, man. We don't need anything to spill out into the streets, man. But I love battling. So I mean,
right. You got a little freestyle for us at the end of this, Joe?
Man, you know what? I don't know how to freestyle. I can't freestyle to save my life, man.
Well, give me something written. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? We can, written freestyle.
I actually don't even have anything because I'm not active.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not active anymore, man. I just, you know, I would try. I worked on a song. I did a song last year. I did do a verse for somebody earlier this year, but for the most part, man, I'm not active now. I got a whole album in my head.
Wow.
I just gotta go, record.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that's, man, I got so much going on, and music just ain't at the forefront for me anymore.
I got you, man. I understood.
But I will say this though. You all have not heard the last of me when it comes to music. I will get back in there.
Oh shit, man. We can get you on the track then, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely do that.
All right, sound like a bet. Sound like a super bet.
I would love that.
With him.
Yeah. I remember how you used to rap, bro. Like, you was a monster.
I appreciate that, man.
Monster.
Back in the day.
I remember that. Monster.
Until now, boy.
Monster.
I appreciate that, man. Yo, speaking of monsters, this album that y'all have, man. I just been riding around, just listening to this joint, man. And the funny thing is this: I'm at a point now where I don't really listen to a whole lot of rap. I don't like a whole lot of it now. I don't listen to, so for the most part, I'm listening to R&B when I get, or I'm listening to podcasts when I get in the car, right?
Right.
So if I have a hip hop album that replaces podcasts and R&B for me, like I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like it's something that I think is amazing if it replaces what I'm normally listening to.
Right.
And I've been blasting y'all music, man. And the thing is, I love, it ain't just because y'all like little brothers to me, man.
Right. Thank you.
Man. It's also, the music is just great. And then the music is DC, and of course I'm not in DC now, I'm 2 hours from home. So it helps me to reconnect to home.
Right.
I love riding around this little town blasting DC music too.
Right.
Sometimes I pull up to the gas station, I may let it play a little bit before I get out the car to pump my gas. Hoping that somebody Those my little brothers, man. That's I can make sure you get an album, so
definitely, man.
That's love.
All love. I said all love, man. We appreciate that, man.
Oh,
that's right, man. Just definitely was our sophomore, or that was junior. You want to say
technically junior,
but I would say sophomore. But it's only gonna get better from here, though, man. So we really appreciate that you listening and taking the time out, man. For real, man.
Exactly.
Man.
Appreciate that for sure, man.
Definitely, man. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to figure out which one of these songs was my favorite song, man. It was.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I suck with titles.
Okay.
I just remember it was smooth as hell. Is it Angels Cry? I don't think it was Angels Cry.
Could be number 2.
No, it wasn't Angels Cry. It may have been. I don't remember, man. I'm gonna have to come back to it because I almost forgot for a second we were doing an interview. So, I'll come back. I'll let y'all know later, man. I don't remember which one it was, but but yeah, man. I just remember I just be riding around, just blasting the whole album, but especially that song. So,
thank you.
Okay, so what we're about to do now is a little part of the show I call Flip the Script. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these pictures that I showed y'all, and I'm going to turn them upside down.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what I see.
Okay.
So for one of the pictures, one of y'all can ask me whatever question that you want to ask me based off of what I say I see.
Okay.
And then for the other picture, you can ask, the other one can, you can ask me whatever question you want to ask me.
Right.
So, all right. So, and you can choose whichever one you want to. And it's a matter of fact, even if y'all want to use the same picture, if you want to ask me a question based off the same picture, that's cool too. So, all right. So, Split, we're going to start with you. So, in this picture right here, the original picture right here.
Right.
That's your asteroid game.
Right.
So, upside down, to me, it looks like an angel reaching up to the heavens.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
I see like a ballerina dancer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that too. And
Yeah.
then we're gonna go with this other picture. Well, forgot this one
That's
right
a,
here. So this is the clown. You say you saw a clown,
mhm.
and upside down, it looks like two people like on the side about to jump off of a building, or maybe even out of a plane. You know, like when they're in a plane and they're about to just jump off, and they kind of like when they have their legs kind of hanging off before they come out.
Wow.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
I see
Yeah.
that too. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I see? That's fucking weird. I see the top of like a tree that's growing, right? But
Mhm.
the roots, we're looking at the roots. There's roots that's embedded into the ground, that's going deep into the ground. Because you know your roots,
Okay.
the roots go far. And all we seeing is the bottom of the stump. But
I see
everything,
that.
and then you know, like at the top is like the grass or whatever, but everything under is the roots of the tree. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I can
Right.
definitely see that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, which one of these pictures you want to use to ask me a question? So, I got this one. Look like people jumping out of a plane. This one got the angels reaching up to the heavens.
Give me the one people jumping out of a plane.
Okay. All right. What you want to ask me?
So, yeah. If you were in a situation, one parachute,
Okay.
two people, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
The second person, I can't say it's your wife. I'm not gonna not go that deep. I'm not going that deep. It's somebody you love, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have a family like you. Their family doesn't extend like yours. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any children, but it's someone, you know, someone you take to heart and you love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this plane is going down.
Okay.
You trying to jump double with the parachute and take your chances, or you giving that parachute up to your friend, or you taking that parachute by yourself?
I think I'm going. Boy, that's a good question, man. I can tell you what I think I would do right now, but if I'm in that situation, it could be a different answer. So, I mean, I honestly think, all right, come on, you know, me and the friend, let's, you know, we hold on to each other, we try to let's do this together. Right? Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying right now, but I'm not on a plane that's going down in this one parachute, so I don't know. But that's a good question. Now, you know, like it's a good thing you did take it off my wife because she gets it.
Of course, that's why I said I ain't want to even make it that deep because I figured it would. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even. There's no question with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or your mother. You know what I'm saying? Or your grandmother. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this thing.
My kids. Yeah,
for my kids, exactly. You're just taking the L, right?
Yeah.
But if that other person, you may be a little different. Like.
Now, I'll say this: there are a couple of people that I do know that I will probably push their ass off the plane. Oh, no. And then go grab my parachute and float my way down.
Right. Come on.
Word. That's what's up. That's a good answer.
That's funny.
All right, Si, same thing, same questions, man. You want to use this one with the angel reaching up to heaven, or this one, the people jumping out the plane?
Yeah, let's do the angel.
Okay.
Reaching up to the heavens. So I want to think about a real good one. For one, do you believe in angels?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, praises. Okay, good. So the angel that's reaching up to the sky, right? How can I say this? So if you, I'm trying to find the best way I can ask you this question.
Okay.
So that means, okay, so you believe in angels. So
Are you trying to like get on the bus? Or you just want to ask me? You know what I'm saying? Like figure it out, or you just want you can just ask that shit.
Nah, I'm just
asking.
Nah, I'm just trying to because it can get deep. But all right, I'm just going to scratch that. All right. So the angel's reaching up to the sky, right? So, have you had a out of body experience before, or have you ever like seen an angel before? And have you ever reached, feel like that angel? Did you feel like it was someone that you knew, or ancestor, or anything like that in that nature, or someone you never felt before? Or, as far as the angel, because angels are energy,
Right. Uh-huh.
and have you ever experienced that before? Basically,
Like an out of
like
body
an out of
experience.
body experience, or
Um, out of body experience. So I got a couple of answers for you. First, the angel. You said, have I ever seen an angel
have
before?
you seen it? Yeah.
I I don't believe. You know what? I know how I'm gonna answer this question. This is gonna give me points. Every time I look in my wife's eyes, I see an angel. Um,
Good answer,
Hey,
bro.
great
Good
answer, bro. Great answer, great answer, bro. Great answer. You can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
Hey, shouts out to your wife,
Right,
man.
exactly.
For real.
That's
All
right,
day.
for sure.
Shouts out to wifey, okay? For real.
but
She gotta go.
ever actually seen an angel? I don't believe that I have, but I can feel them. I can feel their presence. There's certain
Right.
times that I know for a fact that they are there.
Mhm.
There have been situations that I've been in where I probably should have been hurt or worse.
Right.
And like for instance, I know I was telling you about my accident that
Yeah.
I was in, and my car flipped twice.
Oh yeah, you
I
was a
mean,
nut. Oh yeah, the rest, right.
yeah, and for me to be able to um just my car to land just straight up like that, for me to open the door, get out, and not have any real injuries, it's hurt my wrist, that's it. I do believe that those were angels surrounding me as that car was flipping.
Mhm.
um Other situations, other things have happened or whatever, and I just felt like angels surrounding me, protecting me. I think that as I have lost people that are close to me,
Mhm.
I've gained angels.
Okay.
So now, my angels have a name now.
Right.
I know my father is one of my angels. My little cousin, who was more like my little brother, he's one of my angels. My aunt, she's one of my angels. So a few of my angels have names now.
Yeah, that's
You
tight.
know,
Yeah.
Sure.
so in that regard, then yeah, I have I've experienced. I felt them. I felt them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, out of body, the only out of body experiences that I've had was years and years ago when I got a little too high. I was, smoking some weed, man, and not really a smoker, not into doing anything,
Mhm.
and the funny thing is, I didn't realize that I was having this out of body experience until the next year.
Mm.
Because what happened was I was down in Atlanta with my cousin, and he has like some amazing weed. Like he was, the guy that all the rappers came to get their weed from, So,
Yeah.
um, so I was smoking with him. We were at his best friend's house, and I got so high that I went into his best friend's bathroom. We were his best friend had a studio, so we were in the studio, and the studio was in the basement of his house, right? So
Mhm.
I went into the bathroom. I was just staring at myself in the mirror because
Mhm.
I was just so high, and I was throwing water on my face, trying to unhigh,
Yes.
So
Red hot.
um, so I'm
Yeah.
just staring at myself, just
Yeah.
staring, right?
Right.
So the next year, I went back down to Atlanta. We went back to my cousin's best friend's house, and I had to use the bathroom. I went into the bathroom. I turned right around, came right back out. I was like, "Yo, Mel, why did you take the mirror out of the bathroom?" And he said,
Mm.
"I ain't never had no mirror in that bathroom."
Wow.
I
Oh.
said, "What?" I said, "Yes, you did."
Yeah.
I know for a fact you had a mirror in that bathroom.
Right.
Last year, when I was here, I was so high, I was staring at myself in that mirror. He said, "You were staring at yourself in the wall."
Oh,
He said, "I ain't never had no mirror in that bathroom."
Oh, wow, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
wild.
Yeah, so
That's wild.
I'm like,
wow.
yo,
Damn.
that's
Yeah.
That's wild as shit.
yeah,
That's wild, bro. Damn.
yeah. I know that ain't got nothing to do with angels, but man, I was as high as one.
Yeah.
right.
He's reaching up.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
yeah, man. That was like that was crazy though. That was
Nah, that's wild. It's crazy because it took you that long to realize that you had an out of body experience. It took you over a year. You're like, damn. So I feel like when when he told you that there was no mirror there, what are you talking about? All that shit probably set in. Like, it's kind of like that movie. It's not that deep, but that movie, Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, when he thought that he was alive but he was dead the whole time. When he realized he finally found out that he was dead, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like reality just hit him. Like, "Oh, I'm dead the whole time." Like, damn, I was high the whole time. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, I know that shit was probably scary a little bit. Like, oh, I was tripping.
yeah, and see, and the thing is, they were in there smoking again, but I was like,
nah,
I'm good. You ain't gonna do that to me again.
Oh man.
I go down there like the next year or whatever, and then I go back talking about, yo, why you take the toilet out the bathroom, yo?
Right.
I was peeing in here before, like
there's never a toilet in this job, man.
Right, exactly.
That's what's up, though. That's good answers.
All right, y'all. Well, look, we are getting to the end of the podcast now. But before we do, I want y'all to let me know any and everything that y'all got going on. Any performances, any upcoming albums. We can, of course, promote the current album. And then let everybody know where they can find your music. And if you want them to be able to get in contact with you, exactly how they can do that too.
Well, first they can follow us on all platforms. I'm E.M.P_split on all platforms, and so is he's E.M.P_Psy. And you can follow E.M.P Live on all platforms. My music can be found at EMPLive.com. It can be found on YouTube on all platforms as well: Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, whatever you can think of. Just Google or search E.M.P Live.
Yep.
Don't have any upcoming performances coming up yet. We got some more podcasts coming up just like this. Still promoting the album. Got a couple more videos coming out for the album, of course. Got a video for Black Owned. Should be shooting a video for Angels Cry. And of course, we got the video already out. Ruckus 96. You can find that on YouTube or Evo or, you know what I'm saying, whatever video platforms you can find that on too. And we making music still, man. We got another jump coming on. We still working on new jump, about to be 7 Days of Starvation Volume 2. 7 Days of Starvation Volume 1 is our first one that we ever really came out with for real. Then we kind of like went cold a little bit. And then, of course, like last year, we came out with Mixed Drink Volume 1. Mixed Drink Volume 2 is available right now on all platforms, man. Go get that. Like you said, jump in cranking. And we just continue to move, man. We working, man. Yeah.
We actually, right now, we just started the writing process to our full album. These two mixed drinks series that we dropped were basically little EPs, but mixtapes, but albums at the same time. No more than 7 to 9 songs on there. But we about to go in to basically a full album. It's going to be maybe 16 to 19 songs on there. So it's basically a sequel or follow up from 7 Days of Starvation, our first album that we put out back 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's not like so we about to go in on that joint. You know, I got we got like a few songs written already, so we about to go in the studio and work on that. But other than that,
and definitely working on some performances. Working on that though.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the concept behind the title Mixed Drinks?
Good question. Good question. So everything we do, from the album covers to the titles to everything we say, our lyrics, our songs, concepts, and everything, like everything has a meaning behind it. So Mixed Drink is basically, long story short, it's a mixture of songs put together all in one, on one CD, on one project, which is a short EP, you know, no more than like 10 songs. But you know, we got your club songs, you got your drop top songs, you got your chill songs, you got your girl songs, you got you know, your smoking songs, you know, but all
conscious
together are conscious songs. But at the end of the day, if you really listen to our lyrics and listen to what we're saying, we have a message.
Right.
So whatever we're doing, it's a message in it. And all of our songs has a deep message to it. And everything we do has a deep message to it. Like the Mixed Drink album cover, the first one, volume 1, if you really look at it, it's a wine glass, and it's basically, you know, Yahushua or Yeshua standing behind the wine glass serving the people, and the people who's in the wine glass is basically like the world and what's going on in the world, like from, you know, everything from wars to drugs to violence to you know, girls twerking to all the sins or whatever that's going on in the world. He's overlooking everything.
Okay.
And he basically, this is his you know, this is his world. He's looking at it from his view.
In the wine glass.
In the wine, yeah, in the wine glass.
Take a listen to Mixed Drink Volume 1 if you haven't either, man.
No, I haven't heard that one yet. As a matter of fact, it's funny you brought up that cover, because I was going to ask about the cover for Volume 2. So is that, I can't remember, is Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman on there? I can't remember the other people that are on that.
So from Volume 1, right, we have Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman in it, right? Marcus Garvey, King in there. So basically, the Volume 2 cover has them outside of the wine glass, at the Last Supper table, basically, at the round table or whatever, with Yeshua, you know, in the back as the lead, as the car dealer, because it looked like a, you know, they you know, having a car night, like dealing cars, and, you know, having spade night or something or whatever.
He's welcoming people in.
And he's welcoming people in or whatever, but it's a serious, deep conversation. So people who was around the table is the people that was in the wine glass on Volume 1 on the cover. So that we got Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Sojourner Truth, and Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
So, and of course, Yeshua. So that's who's at the table. So yeah, they got on the table.
I love album covers that are creative and that tell a story even before you hear the music.
Exactly. Right.
You know, I love that. That, you know, they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I 100% judge books and albums by their cover.
Right.
Yeah, me too. I only want to read a book if it ain't a nice cover.
Right. And I feel the same way about albums. I feel like if you take the time to put thought and creativity into your album cover, then you probably put thought and time into your lyrics and into the production of the music. So which you all clearly did, you know. So so for everybody listening, please go get them albums, you know. Mixed Drinks Volume 1 and 2. You said all platforms, right?
All platforms, man. They're on all platforms, man. Anything you listen to is gonna be on there. Just search it. It's gonna be on there.
Right. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, look, I got one more picture that I'm going to show you, and you both can actually tell me. So I've never had two people like this. So y'all can actually tell me at the same time what you see when I put this picture up. Okay.
All right. Podcast is so dope. This podcast is so fucking dope, dog.
And I couldn't agree more.
I see what you did there.
Anticipation was real too.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Look, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I really enjoyed this. I've been looking forward to this ever since we first started talking about doing this interview, man.
Definitely. We was too, man. We definitely really appreciate it too, man. Definitely, man. For real. And we'd love to do it again for real.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Hey, man, I ain't going nowhere. We can do this.
All right.
next time I want to be there with y'all. I gotta, I'm gonna
Yeah.
come to the city. We're
Okay.
gonna make this happen.
Yeah,
All right.
that'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. A matter of fact, I'm gonna come to the city. We just gonna hang out anyway. So,
Yeah,
Right.
let's do that
Okay,
too.
of
Yeah, for
course.
sure.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. All right, yeah, for sure.
all right, man. Again, thank y'all again, man, for your time and your transparency, your honesty, man. Just being open, man. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate you as
Yeah.
well, man.
Likewise, bro.
Yes, sir.
Always
All
love,
right,
Thank you,
man.
man.
all
Appreciate
right,
you
cool.
having this platform.
And for everybody else, y'all be good to each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. Stay in the spirit.